The 21st edition of the Absa Cape Epic is a race that levels all, and today is the toughest stage of the 8-day race. Hosted by South Africa's stunning Western Cape, the teams of two, both pro and amateur, will endure hot, rugged, rocky trails, but are also rewarded with world-class single-track and spectacular vistas. With riders from 64 nations and almost 750 teams, it is an event like no other. They will all ride the same bespoke route, and this year it's more than 600 kilometers long with 16,500 meters of climbing. Today is a beast. It's the Queen stage, which means the longest distance and the most climbing. The teams will transition from Paarl to Lawrenceford. There are 4 main climbs, which also come with serious downhills. There is a mix of long, fast vineyard trails and tactical single track over the 98 kilometers and 2,850 meters of climbing. The men's UCI category. In third, we have the All-African Imbuka Chem Champ A with Marco Hubert and Tristan Norkier. In second are the Italian duo of Luca Braido and Simone Avendetto. And currently in the yellow leaders jersey by just 42 seconds are Nino Schurter and Filippo Colombo for SCOTT-SRAM MTB Racing. With 13.5 hours of intense racing in their legs, the start gun goes. They will have to follow the pace car for the first 3.5 kilometers as it's a neutral zone. This is to keep the riders safe before they let rip on the course. Over the previous stages, the riders have had a variety of weather from warm to extremely hot, but after some light rain overnight, the dust has settled and the temperature has cooled, suiting the riders from the Northern Hemisphere. It's Human Rights Day today, so it's a national holiday in South Africa. The trails are lined with fans encouraging their favourite riders, and they're putting on a show. The current African leaders, Team Imbuka Chem Champ A, are currently in third in the general classification and have targeted this stage for the win. Hubert and Norkier descend the Toyota Tough section known as the Doctor and position themselves to make a break in the Kutsenberg trails. The move sticks through G-Spot and the Eden Forest. SCOTT-SRAM in the leaders jersey have been battling it out every day with Willia Vittoria, each team reading the body language of the other, eyeing for weaknesses. The neck climb is looming in the distance. It's the biggest of the event and fills the riders with dread. Imbuka have almost 1.5 minutes on the chasing group. Marco Hubert is eventually caught by Scott and Willia. Tristan Norkier still powering up on the toughest climb of the day. Norkier is eventually absorbed by the chasing teams and Hubert is dropped off the back. Schurter and Colombo are suffering, but they can see Simone Avendetto has finally cracked. Schurter knows this is the time to strike, and with world-class tactics, SCOTT-SRAM go full gas to the summit of the neck climb. Still, with a challenging 10 kilometers to go, Schurter and Colombo get their heads down and take advantage of the weakness. The goal is to put time in on the GC and gun for a stage win. Although they've had the jersey since stage 2, they only have one stage win. Crossing the line in almost 4 hours and 13.5 minutes, SCOTT-SRAM take the win. Willia Vittoria follow another minute and 10 seconds behind. Just over 3 minutes off the pace are Imbuka Chem Champ A after a valiant ride to take third. The Queen's Stage 5 podium in Lawrenceford sees Imbuka Chem Champ A on the bottom step with Willia Vittoria in second and SCOTT-SRAM MTB Racing with their second win of the event. Nino Schurter and Filippo Colombo increase their lead in the GC to almost 2 minutes and will wear the yellow leaders jersey once again tomorrow. In the Aramex UCI women's category, the All-African team of Hayley Perrine and Bianca Hoare from Titan Racing SE Honeycomb sit in third. In second are Vera Lossa and Alexis Schurter from Efficient Infinity SCB SRAM. And with a lead of almost 15 minutes, we have Toyota Specialized, Sofia Villafane and Annika Langvad. The lead car takes the UCI women out of the race village and onto the Fairview vineyard trails. This is going to be a brutal day for the teams as there is a rainstorm predicted for the back end of the race. The undulating farm tracks start to divide the teams and show who has the early legs for the stage. It's the usual suspects in the front with Efficient Infinity putting pressure on the orange leaders. It's imperative they try and disrupt the unfaltering rhythm of Langvad and Villafane. In the mix are also Titan Racing SE Honeycomb in the red African leaders jersey and, having recovered from a crash on stage 3, Cannondale ISB Sport. At the 60-kilometer mark, the teams hit the toughest downhill of the day, known as the Doctor. They all make it through unscathed. And then it's on to the Kutsenberg trails, and at 3.5 hours into the race, Toyota Specialized have a 30-second gap on Efficient Infinity and Cannondale, with Titan Racing almost 1 minute and 20 back. The Cape Epic is one of the most unpredictable races out there. Anything can happen. Heading from the vineyard trails to the single track, Spanish national champion Tessa Cortacas is caught out by a slick route and goes down. At this point, the riders have raced for more than 80 kilometers and the rain has started to fall. The dust has become like glue and Langvad and Villafane are forced to push their bikes up the start of the next final brutal climb. Villafane picks up a stick to help remove the mud from her tyres. Orange are the first to appear on the finish line in Lawrenceford Wine Estate. They've been riding for 5 hours and 23.5 minutes, a well-deserved win for Toyota Specialized. Just 12 seconds later are Canada's Calderon and Corticus, and sprinting for the finish are Titan and Efficient Infinity. The African leaders pip them to the post to take their third podium in a row. Stage 5's podium in Lawrenceford sees Titan racing in third, with Cannondale on the podium for the second time. And with the clean sweep, Toyota Specialized, Villafane and Langvad win the stage and put further time into the GC. They now have 22.5 minutes on second and wear the orange leaders jersey for stage 6 tomorrow.